It has been nearly 10 years since Sandy destroyed so much of the Jersey Shore and flooded even more homes inland when that powerful storm surge inundated everything in its path. For those who survived Sandy and those who worked during that night rescuing people who chose to stay, the images coming out of Florida are very reminiscent of that. News 12 New Jersey's Jim Murdoch spent the day in some of Ocean County's hardest hit areas and joins us this afternoon from Maniloking with reaction from Sandy survivors. Jim?
Rick, in a way, Maniloking can somewhat be compared to Fort Myers Beach, Florida. Both towns are on barrier islands, and both have now felt the brunt of two historic storms. And here in Maniloking, 1/10 of the population of Fort Myers Beach, but it still took nearly a decade to recover from Sandy.
You look at those images on television and you remember those times, you remember your feelings, and you feel for these people because, you know, they're going to have a tough road ahead, but they will get through it. But yes, you feel it like it was yesterday.
October 29th, 2012, a day which Lance White will never forget. His town left ruined, a barrier island changed forever.
And where we're standing, there were 2 feet of water, all kinds of debris, concrete, foundations, furniture, you name it. It was in these streets.
A side-by-side comparison of the devastating effects in Ocean County to Hurricane Ian's fury in southwest Florida. The much-talked-about storm surge left the biggest mark on these two locations.
The water and the wind were tremendous hampering our attempts to rescue people. We had to take boats and front-end loaders and anything basically we can get our hands on to get people out.
Ron Gaskill spent the night of Sandy's landfall rescuing those who ignored the warnings to leave. 3 miles inland across the Barnegat Bay in Brick Township, Sandy's surge struck in a hurry.
Very similar type. You know, it was, by the time the surge happened, it was too late. You know, so, you know, you definitely saw the type of stuff. It came in real quick. We were out on calls. We actually had to come back from some of the calls. We had to back out of some of the situations we were in because the water was coming in that fast.
And for Lance White, whose home was severely damaged in Sandy, he knows those feelings Floridians will face when they see their property for the first time.
You know, you can come out on the other side, but it's going to take resilience, it's going to take vision, and it's going to take a will of steel. It's a long process, but it can be done.
And the message we heard from everyone we spoke with today was the same. If you're told to get out, if you're told to evacuate, do so, because by the time you see that storm surge starting to come in front of your house, it's already too late to leave. We're in Maniloking, Ocean.